are on the Warm Springs Indian Reservation. Thought I'd stop and kind of shoot a quick clip because, as you can see, we are headed out. Have the Forerunner and the Casita. If you watch the Dog Lake adventure, we've got some updates there. We're headed back to that area to locate a plane crash. The only casualties, civilian, continental United States casualties of World War II, believe it or not, were in Lake County. So we're gonna go check that out. We got out early this morning. It rained 3 inches in the last 24 hours at our house. So I am more than ready to be in Central Oregon, or I guess in this case, Southern Oregon. So stay tuned. Wood is interesting. Oh, turns out that my commercial fire starter is kind of a bust, but the the other stuff that I collected up is going to work out real fine. Going a little out of control, so I'm going to have to rev that down a little bit. Might have got a little too hasty on that. But Casita's all set up. I did not put up the awning. Somebody's getting dinner already. The cooking segment again.
Cooking segment.
An eventful first day. Stick around for tomorrow. I think we have about a quarter tank of gas in the car, so unfortunately we're gonna have to head into Lakeview. But before we do that, I'm thinking we're gonna head to the plane crash site, Governor Snell's plane crash site. Ideally we'll find that tomorrow morning, and then we'll head into Lakeview, get some more gas, and there's another point of interest that I think you'll find interesting. What are you doing, Bean Bean? Are you being a wild dog?
She saw something.
What's that?
She saw something.
Well, that's kind of where the plane is, I think.
Right that way. It's got to be this way.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think this is the trail Wayne was talking about.
Yeah. Oh, here it is.
Oh. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Whew.
Governor's Ridge crash site. I'll be doggone.
Yep. Before you lies the wreckage of a Beechcraft Bonanza airplane that crashed here on October 28, 1947. This crash claimed the lives of the state of Oregon's top officials: Governor of Oregon Earl Snell, Secretary of State Robert Farrell, President of the Senate Marshall Cornett, and the pilot Cliff Hogue. The remains of the wreckage which includes the fuselage, the wings, and the cockpit of the plane. Gosh, pretty cool.
I think it was worth it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, to see something that changed history here.
Literally 5 minutes off the track here. How incredible is that?
Per mile, turn right onto National Forest Development Road 348.
A quiet Sunday afternoon on May 5th, 1945, Archie Mitchell, the new pastor of the Christian and Missionary Alliance Church in Bly, Oregon, took his pregnant wife Elsie and 5 Sunday school students on a picnic on Gearhart Mountain. Reverend Mitchell parked the car while his wife and the children headed for the bank of Leonard Creek. He heard his wife call out that she had found something, but before he could reach the group, the object, a down balloon bomb called Fugo, exploded. Shrapnel ripped through the forest, killing 26-year-old Elsie Mitchell and her unborn child, and the 5 students. The pastor was uninjured except for burns on his hands from trying to quench the flames on his wife's clothing. Richard Jumbo Barnhouse was operating a U.S. Forest Service grader when the carload of picnickers arrived. He heard the explosion and alerted Bly District Ranger Spike Armstrong, timber manager John B. Jack Smith to the tragedy that morning. Armstrong and Smith arrived with sheets of blankets and first aid supplies, unsure what they would find. Smith checked for pulses but found none. While the public was largely unaware of the threat, Forest Service had been alerted to the fact that Japan was sending balloons to the west coast. Smith stayed with the bodies until military personnel could reach Bly. When the Army arrived, the men dismantled 4 more explosives. When the family members and community were told what happened, they were instructed to keep quiet so as not to hinder the war effort. Newspaper articles about the tragedy cited an explosion of undetermined nature as the cause of death. The silence had its intended effect. Japan didn't hear about the deaths, and seeing little evidence of the Fugo's effectiveness, deemed the project a failure. The country stopped launching balloons in April 1945. 6 people were killed, the only deaths resulting from enemy action in the American mainland during World War II, earning the event a place in history. But the people of Bly, the explosion was personal. I think this ends this little side trip, but stick around. This is a pretty cool little area Dana and I haven't been up to in years. We're currently in Northern California northern California, just across the border, and retracing the steps at least a little bit of our very first off-road adventure camping trip. Some might call it an overlanding trip. More in a couple minutes. There she is. I don't know about you guys, but pretty doggone nice weather up here. I don't look too demented with the shadow of the brim of my hat, but it's pretty magnificent. I don't know what trail this is, but we're in this huge burned out section that has all these awesome yellow daisies, it appears. So anyway, I think we're going to continue on for a few minutes and not take too much of your time. I don't know, hon. What you doing, huh? Our battery's about dead. What do you think about that? Yeah. We're going to be packing up in the morning and getting out of here. All right. Well, of course, when I decide to come and do a little camera thing, it's the wind's going to pick up. But anyway, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. We spent the last 3 or 4 days. This is pretty much it. We're headed out tomorrow morning. I thought I'd shoot a little outro situation, but this has been a good trip. Again, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. We didn't make it to Dismal Swamp, which Dana really wanted to do, but we did do a pretty good hike yesterday. And what else did we do? We found the plane crash. That was the big thing for me. That was kind of on my list of stuff to do, bringing me back to this area. But the other thing we found was a memorial over in Klamath County to some victims of a Japanese bombing, a balloon bomb of all things. Blew up a bunch of kids and a nice lady that had just been out for a picnic, basically. So pretty interesting little bit of history here. And like I said, this ends this this specific marginal content, where the rest of our trip is going to be just Dana and I going to my brother's house and his son Mark's graduation. So I'm not going to video any of that. But anyway, like I said, this was a fun casita trip. We tested some stuff out. After 4 nights in the new mattress, it's working good. Rest of the trailer's working pretty well. I have some projects that I want to do. Getting pretty frustrated with that propane refrigerator, so look for an upgrade there. I haven't exactly settled on what we're going to do, but it will be changing. So anywho, this is me saying bye to you, and tune in for more marginal content from beautiful Dog Lake here in Lake County, Oregon. So have a great day. What are you doing, dum-dum? Huh? Taking the helm.
Oh, yay!
We're about to embark on 90-something miles of the Oregon Outback Scenic Byway. Oh, let's see. A journey along the edge of the Great Basin. Traveling this 170-mile route, you'll find volcanic landscapes, remnants of ancient lakes, and the legacies of Native Americans, explorers, and pioneer settlers. Though sparsely populated, this region attracts travelers from around the world to experience its distinctive wildlife, geology, open spaces, and history. Discover the Outback Scenic Byway. Well, that's pretty cool.